Episode 3, Halle Berry. Right now it looks like a mannequin, and that's okay. Berry outlined her, and now I'm adding straps of her dress. And you blend. You can see that it's getting a bit lighter because that's where the light is hitting her shoulder. It's not really the final background I wanted. It's a background I added because I wanted to use it for her face and adding highlights and shadows. So I just added it there so I could focus my mind and get my mind thinking about lights, where things are coming from, and mixing this color into her face. I made sure that the musculature was visible in the hand, and I made sure that just kind of this basic outline. I mixed a custom color again, went all the way around. There's a shadow. Now there's the flower. Again, this is not the final color. Don't get carried away. This is what I do on every lesson. Drawing the lips. And the nose is actually not going to be anywhere near Halle's real nose. Halle Berry has such delicate features. In these lessons, I always tell people draw messy features before you begin with the real features. So with the lips, I think I have the lips down on this section, but when I drew this at the time in my thinking, the nose wasn't quite right, and I wanted to get the right shape. I wanted to get her eyes right. So here you can see I drew a much bigger feature of her nose than it actually is in real life, just to get the hang of it. And then I kind of figured out where the shadow was going to be, so I drew this L shape. I want to test things out and see, okay, this is going to be like this, but we're going to push it all in, and we're going to make it smaller. There I added a highlight. I started mixing colors. I started with a line on her lip and continued onwards, blending, blending, blending until I said, okay, I have the hang of this nose. Now you can start seeing things forming. I drew a bunch of contour highlight, just like you're doing makeup on a real face. I smudged so much on this because I wanted to blend it like a beautiful ombre. Then I went back into the flowers. Cashmere eraser, that sounds very exotic. Put a little speck in, and now you go speck, speck, speck with my fingers, just like that. Exactly how I did for you. Like this, like I'm punching something with my finger. But I set the flow on 5% on that. So it creates glitter. A bit of white in the chest just to cast a highlight and smudge it. Mix and mix and mix. Make sure that the face has a bit of darkness on one side also, because you want it to have the light and the shadow. I did the same with the hand. I really went into the colors there. I went into the highlights, drew some nails, but we're not done with the nails yet. And to make the nails, I just went and I did like darkness here. And I wanted them nude, so I found a pinky tone and then went over it like this just gently. Now time to draw more eyes. This time we are keeping the eyes. We're not drawing alien-esque eyes. These are going to be the final eyes. I wanted her to have a bit of cat eye makeup as well, so I started fixing all this along with the eye shape and Facetune. We want the glitter to show, we want the lipstick to show, and we now return after adding some tweaks. Pretend you're one of those influencers who's photoshopping herself to look like somebody else. Went over and fixed her jawline. I readjusted things here and there. Now back in the program with my recently edited Facetune photo, I went in and added a whole bunch of eyeliner and cool stuff. We added eyelashes top and bottom, meaning you and me. We are drawing this together. I added a bunch of eyelashes going every which way, and then added these kind of light spots in the pupil because there's flash in the real photograph, and I wanted that captured in this painting. And you have to remember that her hair texture in this movie is styled kind of wavy. It's kind of like a pixie take on the Sweet Home Alabama hairdo that Reese Witherspoon had. Went back in with a textured eraser, started highlighting things. Now I went back to Facetune again. I added a warm filter, which is just kind of a light filter. I didn't go all the way with it with 100%. I don't remember the opacity I used. And voila, there is Halle Berry. Ladies, gentlemen, and frogs and toads. These skills will lead you to rotoscoping. When you finish this image, if you want to make Halle move and smile, You already have the base. When you're facing head on like this, then you can add the hair swing in honor of Sir Peter Jackson and my goals. Let's draw some Lord of the Rings characters. Next time I'm going to be drawing Liv Tyler, so stay tuned. Bye!